everyone, I'm now in Woolgoolga, which is a small town just outside of Coffs Harbour. I arrived here a couple of days ago from Byron Bay. I've used the last couple of days to just relax and edit some of my videos, but today is my last full day before I head down to Coffs Harbour, so I'm going to be exploring and seeing what this small town has to offer. I'm just walking along the path which I believe will lead me to the Headland Lookout, but on my way I have spotted another little pathway which looks like it leads me down to the beach. Is it a good idea? I don't know, but let's go. The thing is, it's all well and good going down to these places, but how the hell am I gonna get back up? Oh, that's a future for me problem. I have to deal with present me right now. I was gonna continue to walk around there, but I don't know whether I can get back up again, so I don't want to walk that far down and then not be able to get back up. We're back on track to find the Headland Lookout. I mean, that was very, very beautiful, and some would say, oh, just follow the path, I'm sure it would have led you somewhere. Yes, me, dramatic injury by myself, not a good idea. So I'm now walking along this long path here, hoping that it would lead me to the Headland Lookout. Well, this is a stunning spot. It's not where I expected to be, but it is beautiful. You can see all the waves crashing up against the rocks. But I am going to follow that path now, in the hope that that is where I'm meant to be. Apart from getting blown away by the wind and realising how unfit I am walking up this very small hill, I can see the Headland Lookout. From the Headland Lookout you can see Woolgoolga Back Beach and Woolgoolga Main Beach. I'm just about to finish the rest of this trail and then head on over to the Sikh temple. One thing I do love about the Australian beaches, I'm guessing because there are so many and maybe there's not as many people, on most days you can go to any beach and it's pretty empty. But it's actually quite challenging when you're by yourself to try and get a picture on timer, because you like run into the frame and you're like, oh, I've missed off my arm, oh, I've missed off my leg, why do I bother? But I think I've got one, so whatever it is, we'll have to do. It's so windy! What is this little contraption? Share your snap and see how our beaches change over time. Coast Snap is a global citizen science network that uses your snaps to capture our changing coastlines. The walk that I've just done is called the Coastal Islands Solitary Walk, and I would recommend coming to Woolgoolga if you're on your way to Coffs and you just want somewhere to stop for the day, or if you're on a road trip and again you just want somewhere to stop. The walk that I've just done is amazing because you can see both beaches and just some really amazing views. I now have a 27-minute walk to the temple, and don't quote me on this, but I believe that from what I've seen online, 25% of the population in Woolgoolga are Sikh, so I'm looking forward to visiting their place of worship. It says up there, the first Gurdwara of Australia, 1968. I don't know if I'm allowed in, but I'm definitely going to go and have a little look. If you're wanting to go into the Gurdwara, just ensure that you are dressed modestly. I bought a t-shirt with me just to cover up my shoulders and wore a long skirt. They do provide scarves that you can wear inside, and take off your shoes before you go in. So I've almost arrived at the last segment of the day. This is the Sikh Museum of Australia, and it's about a 10-minute walk from the Gurdwara. So I didn't actually realise there was a second temple here. This one is called the New Temple because it was built 2 years after the other one. This one was built in 1970, whereas the other one was built in 1968. I've just been inside the main prayer hall and it is beautiful in there. I obviously didn't take any pictures because I didn't know if you were allowed to or not, and I didn't want to be disrespectful. So I've just spoken to one of the ladies in the kitchen and she said that I can take pictures upstairs, so I will go back up there in a minute. For now, I have been offered all this amazing food, which I was not expecting at all. Well, that was a very unexpected treat, but I'm very grateful. I'm just on my way back to the hostel now. I'm going to have a bit of a chilled evening, ready for my next coach tomorrow to Coffs Harbour.